You should know that I'm never late. I'm always on time, precisely. If anything, you're late. Think about that. You're a whole day late. Because, where you going? Where you going? Sky? What's going on, guys? How's it going, everyone? Hello, hello. What's the matter? I was about to show you off. I was about to show off the cat, and she ran off. You scared her. Come on. Look at you. You're so miserable. Miserable. Misery cat. The old lady. Okay, go on. Okay. Go on, get going. Hair everywhere. Oh, I'm telling you, she's got hair all over me. Oh my god. What, this? Oh, this old thing? This old thing? What, this old thing? You too. I got this from safetiesonrookie.com. That's right, guys. Safetiesonrookie.com. You can get one of your own. That's right. It's bona fide certified piece of merchandise right here, guys. Look at that. Look at that. By artist Kells in the community. Also in that comment section, everybody. There's also in the corner over there. You like the classics? We got this as well on safetiesonrookie.com. That's safetiesonrookie.com by Angle over there. Tatsu likes her work, guys. Bonafide, monafide, baby. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Yeah, that was shameless. That was a shameless plug. There's no question. There's no question. But, hey, here we are. A little bit later than usual, but, you know, I feel like there's a nice kind of vibe to getting here on a Friday, right? You know what I mean? It feels good. Feels good to be here on a Friday, actually. End of the week, you know? Or for some people, a Saturday. Yeah, bonafide, monafide, bro. Get with it, brother. Hopefully the stream holds up better than last week. That's true. Yeah, that was the status quo. That was the Patriots' artificial intelligence system trying to keep me down off the air. Okay? Like, the broadcast, it can never be silenced, guys, because it's sponsored by you, the viewer at home. Thanks to your donations, memberships, Patreons, all of that good stuff, guys. Thanks to you guys, we can do this interruption free, because screw the ads, right? I mean, we only put those on the VODs. So, guys, right. Here we are to talk about episode 11. Now, guys, I know that this is a bit bittersweet because obviously we want the next episode. I enjoyed this episode. We are at the tail end of the season. So, you know, take a second to breathe it in. We'll be doing... Look, guys, when the season wraps up, we'll have one more Thursday or Friday stream to kind of just cover... To just cover everything, right? To just go over it, and also to rank the episodes. Today we should finish the remainder of season 1, or maybe next week the remainder of season 1's on the tier list that we're doing, and that means that the week after we'll be moving on to season 2, and because there's no episode to analyze, we can just go through that. We can go through the season, each of the episodes, and kind of just cover what it is that we enjoyed about them in a kind of overview kind of capacity. But it's yeah. I mean, this has been a really good period of time, guys. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's sad to see the end of it. But, you know, who knows what's next? It could be better than this. It could be a better next arc for all of us, okay? So we just need to stick with each other, guys, and we'll be fine. Right? You know, we're all going to be around every week. We're still going to be here. And maybe some other places. I've got a few ideas that I'm working on. And also in the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, guys, on my Patreon to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. We've got emotes. We've got long emotes. We've got long emotes now. Honestly, the technology is outstanding. Furthermore, I actually have a parcel, guys. I have some fan mail. How cool is that? From Blissy, the one and only Blissy. Long time viewer, Blissy. She's been here since the beginning. Blissy's been here since the beginning. And she's a very good friend. She's a very good friend. So, I can only presume that this is going to be something cursed. Although she has a good track record of not sending me cursed stuff. So we'll see, right? Here we go. Aww. No, shit, that's cute as shit. No way! Oh, that's cute as fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. It's for the collection. Guys. Guys. Look at that shit. Oh my lord, guys. Oh. Oh, that's cute as fuck. That is cute as fuck. Holy shit. We got a Momo. I'll get them out. I'll get them out. Thank you, Blissy. Thank you. This is the immediate way to win with me. It's so simple. I'm such a simple individual. Look, a Momo. I've got an unhealthy amount of Momo stuff now. It's becoming an issue. It's becoming an issue. You don't need to even ask me who my favorite character is, because if you look over there in that corner, there's a Momo, there's a Momo, there's a Momo, and then there's a Turbo Granny. You know? I know, this is sick. What we got? We got a little Ida. Little Ida, guys. I don't know why the focus is not very good. Look at that. Cute as shit. Cute as shit. We got a little Gigi. We got a Gigi. We got a Gigi. Gigi in the house. As it was once put in a famed YouTube video. Look at him. Look at him. He's a good guy. He's just a good boy. And then, the one, the only, Momokurun. Look at them. They're so cute. They're so cute. They belong on the same thing together, guys. That is fucking adorable. Ida was so good in this week's episode. I'm really excited to get to the episode, guys. I'm really excited to get to the episode. Aw. Now, this is very cute. This is actually very cute. So, obviously, guys, when I... Oh my god. Oh, that is so fucking good. Oh, you guys are gonna be jealous as shit. You guys are gonna be jealous as shit. Oh my god. You guys are gonna be crazy jealous. Oh my lord. Is there a little stand with it? How does it stand up? Oh, is it supposed to go on a wall? Look at that! And it says, the moment Momo Ayase fell in love. That is the title of the video that I made. Wow. Holy shit. Look at that, guys. You can't see it because of the lights. Look at that. That's so good. That's amazing. Blissy, thank you. Thank you. It's overwhelming that people send me stuff, guys. It means a lot to me. It genuinely means a lot to me. Yeah, it's so cool. Oh my god. Right, and this is the stand, is it? Yeah. There it is. There it is. It stands up. Yeah, look at that. Thank you. That's so cool. Oh my god. Straight up on the shelf, guys. That goes onto the shelf. Two of a kind. Look at that. That's so cute. I fucking love this panel. That's so cool. Look at it. That's so good, guys. Pop you up here. I need to reorganize. Thank you. Everybody, amazing. Thank you, Blissy. That's so cool. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, I always feel like it's really presumptuous. I always feel like it's really presumptuous of me to have the mailbox at all. It feels like such a kind of like guys, send me shit kind of thing, and I don't mean it to be like that, right? I just want there to be an avenue if any of you guys feel compelled, because it's gonna get up on the shelf, right? So it's always like a weird thing, but when stuff does come through, it's badass. I love it. It's so cool. It's so cool. Honestly, guys. Oh, this hoodie that I'm wearing, Ben. Oh, this is just a piece of merchandise that you can get from safetiesonrookie.com. Look at that. It says bad luck, guys. Look at that. Look at that shit. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Pretty sick, eh? Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. It's very cool. I'm really happy to be here, guys. I'm really happy to be doing this. Honestly, you know, this is the thing. Like, even though this period of time is almost done, for a while, you know, it's been great. It's been really good. You should be a goat, Tiago. Very good, my dude. But yeah, cool. Right, guys. Now, I imagine most of you come from the Discord who are here. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to access the Discord. I imagine most of you guys come from the Discord. But, if you don't, basically how this works is I'll go through the episode on my other screen and use it as kind of a loose talking point for the thingy, you know? For the kind of like the conversation. Yeah, Manny, sure. Just DM me on Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member. Access the Discord. just message me on Discord and I'll get round to you, dude. Right. Okay. So, okay. Episode time. Thanks again, Blissy. Actually, everybody, one more time. Just amazing, right? Like, look at all that cool stuff from people. It's genuinely incredible to me. So thank you. Amazing. Yeah, thanks, support. There you go. That's the way to do it. Right. Hi, Angle. That's Angle in the chat, guys. Kells and Angle, both the artists behind this and that in the chat, everybody. Right. So, okay, this episode. There is a lot in here. That is just fucking new, right? And I really like it. You know, it does feel like they're trying to maybe not, I won't say stretch it out exactly, but they're trying to kind of pack in the Kaiju arc with more stuff, right? The Kaiju arc is look, if you go back to the tier rankings that we did for the Kaiju arc way back when, we put it pretty low, right? It might have been the lowest rank. I think. I don't know if I would agree with that now, but it's because it was so short, and I quite like how much we've gotten that's new in here. And for a variety of reasons, I feel like it is actually more important than just a matter of padding out things, right? Besides the fact that they want to kind of make this arc an actual full-blown arc, which I appreciate, especially because so much of the last arc wasn't really down to fighting. Yeah, I suspect that the next episode is going to end on the cliffhanger. Not the ideal cliffhanger we thought of, but again, we'll have a few things to talk about next week for that. If that is what it is, guys, I can already see the next week's video thumbnail. You know what it's going to be. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a big spoiler. A big fat spoiler. I don't care. Other people are going to be doing it. Ombudsman. Yeah, I think the Ombudsman was lower, to be honest. In the manga, maybe I was a bit harsh on the Ombudsman arc. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter right now, does it? But anyway. Look, anyway, like I said, this episode's great. I really enjoyed it. So I'm playing it now on the other screen. And again, I think that there are things in here that are important to address just for the sake of... well, I don't know if... I mean, the Ombudsman arc was good. It just kind of like is like... It has the same features as the Kaiju arc in that it's a bit of an in-between episode. And to me, it's kind of like... it's kind of an in-between arc, rather. Dandadan heartbreak. Oh my god. Yeah. But, yeah, no. I don't know if... Yeah. Hi, Oil. Oiltopus and Viscid. Yeah. Well, she doesn't do an Ombudsman transformation, does she? She doesn't transform until the Dan Mara arc, if I recall. Right? Am I going to clickbait us? No, because you know what it is. It doesn't count. You already know what's going to be in the thing. I'm going to clickbait other people. I'm going to clickbait other people. It's a completely different thing. She did not have a costume change, no. Anyway, right, so immediately, and the beginning of this is just a beat for beat of the manga. Obviously, the Kaiju has horns now, and look, this is how you do the green filter, right? And it looks great. And you know, this episode really important as well. This episode's really important because it establishes that this green filter is super fucking important. All the green light sources are electricity. That's the power source for the Kaiju, right? Like they demonstrate that in this episode, that the power source for the Kaiju is the electricity, and thus the green is reflective of its energy source, its capacity to empower itself. That's why when it draws power later on, a bunch of these lights turn off. So the green is not just a random snot filter, right? At all. It's actually in the scene. It's a diegetic thing, you know, and it kind of harkens back to that really old-fashioned fluorescent lighting, right? Just the way that it flares. It's got that kind of like haze to it that kind of lighting would have, you know, like those, you know, those really long tube ones, those tube lights. Yeah, exactly, Toaster. Thank you. But it looks great, and it's really important to to kind of like setting the scene, and because of that, like I don't know, you know what it is? It just creates a very clear style that feels like really cohesive, right? The artistry in the scene feels really cohesive. Like when they first see the golden ball in the previous episode, there's one light that's just hanging in the middle, and it's like creating that kind of green hue, and it looks so cool. But it also serves a purpose, right? Like, it's not the same thing as just being there for the sake of it. It's cool. It's very nice. I also like what they've... Like, the Kaiju here, I think for anime onlys is going to be quite the surprise when they find out what it is, right? And, you know, when they're running away from the Kaiju, love it. There's just a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of idiots. You know? I also... You know what it is? In this episode as well, this was crazy, by the way. You see this weird 3D thing that they've got going on? It's so bizarre. Yeah, no, it's... I think what's really important here in this episode, for me, anyway, is it kind of feels like it's more about the battle dynamic between everybody. We've not really had an opportunity to see them all work together to face one threat, right? Like especially Ida, she's kind of been isolated for a while this season, right? Like for the most part, Ida really only had her moment in the kind of like the Tulpa fight scene, and that's fine, but I didn't really care for it that much, and it didn't feel like everybody was together, right? For Ida, her relationship with Momo is really important. And you see a lot of friction between her and Momo in this as well. And it's also, I think that is something that underscores their relationship, at least right now, right? And I feel like Ida's more serious than she used to be. Her abilities in this are so cool, right? Like, her abilities in this look so good. And the way that she moves is so different from how Okuru moves. And this is something that you lose sight of. I think this is something you lose sight of in the manga, right? Is that because not everything's moving in front of you, you kind of have to infer a lot of the movements and the way that the characters move. But in this, you can actually see how unique her fighting style is, how entwined her hair is, how tangled up in her fighting style it is, you know? And I love that. I think it looks great. Also, she looks blonde. She looks blonde because of the green. Look. You know? Yeah, I mean, she nearly gets killed for sure, but like... Also, the evil eye in this episode is so fucking good, man. It's so good. They really have... I know that... I understand that there is a potential... potentially something upsetting here, which is where next episode is likely to end. The cliffhanger that it's likely to end on. I understand, and we'll talk about that next week, but I understand that is something that is perhaps a bit frustrating to people. I personally think that if that ending on that cliffhanger means that we get all of these extra character interactions, I think it's worth it, right? Like I think it's definitely worth it. I'm not mentioning it, man. I'm just alluding that there will be a cliffhanger. It's the end of a season. It will definitely be a cliffhanger. But I mean, look. I mean, obviously you can't view this stuff in a vacuum. Naturally, you can't view it in a vacuum. But I think you can look at the episode for its merits. And try maybe not... This is always my reasoning for not going and reading ahead when I'm watching a series. Is because sometimes it gets in your head a little bit, I find. And because you know what's coming next, you're always comparing it. I try to the best of my ability to kind of isolate the two of them and treat them as they're two separate entities. I think that the stuff added here genuinely boosts the characters. The evil eye, now we're seeing him in a fighting context, in a conflict context, and also, like, just as a character, we're seeing him as a kind of like a kid, right? And that's my perspective that I've always had on him. And I think that you know what it is? I think that because Tatsu has fleshed out the direction of where he's taking some of this stuff now, because he's way ahead from where the anime is, you're able to get that stuff and use it to reverberate back to the now, right? For example, they've developed, in this episode, they develop rules for the power system of the Kaiju suit. And in the manga, we have also just highlighted some of those rules as well. The limits to which the Kaiju suit can operate at, right? These two being entwined in the same week is just their way, I think, of establishing some rules going forward, if that makes sense. And I think that it's important to lay that groundwork now rather than it just sneaking up later on, if they can help it. In the same way that with the evil eye, him being kind of just a kid and wanting to have fun and being treated as almost a bit innocent, if a tad overzealous. I think that is also being utilized from where the manga is and everything, and reverberated to the now to set some of those seeds up. To set some of those seeds up now for later on. In my opinion. I think that is really important extra stuff. Really important additions. It's not just adding stuff purely for the sake adding it. In my opinion, it's adding it for the reason of improving the lore, I suppose you would say. I don't think that Tatsu was very involved with world building for Dandadan at the beginning, and the rules are pretty inconsistent at times, right? UK statement called, yeah, a tad overzealous. I love them running from the kaiju, by the way. The faces are absolutely immaculate. It just looks so good, doesn't it? And the music as well. This is something that we obviously can't play here, but the sounds are so good because it carries that kind of like 1950s audio crackle, if that makes sense, right? Like the audio, the music sounds like it's from that time period, like it's really compressed, you know? It's great. I love it. I can't wait to hear more of the music, you know? Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good. But like I think as well, right? Like when you look at the kind of like the general kind of see the color and everything, if you compare it to, and again, I don't mean to keep ragging on the Serpo arc, right? But when you compare it to that, the shading isn't done at the expense of the shading, of the quality of the drawings themselves. It feels like it is a stylistic choice rather than just a filter that's been slapped on top. And look, I do say snot filter, right? I say snot filter. I say snot filter, right? But I don't mean to be like that. I still love that stuff, man. I still love that arc. It's great. I just think that stylistically it was overdone. It was a tad overdone. Tad is in here now. I keep saying it. Whereas here it feels like it's like it's done purely for stylistic purpose, you know? And it's really cool to see them adapt some of the powers and stuff to match it. Like Momo's powers are more blue here. The blue is really coming out as opposed to the green. Look at this. I love this as well. You see that they're both using cars in the same kind of way. It shows that the two of them are kind of like in some degree of kind of like the cooperation is there despite the fact that there is an argument, which to me screams that there is an element of camaraderie that's built between them since the Evil Eye arc. And you know, the Evil Eye arc, right, despite the fact it's not my favorite, the Cursed House arc is my favorite, but the Evil Eye arc is great because of what it does for everybody. It binds everybody together, right? If you've watched my video, Evil Eye arc retold, guys, you'll know that that's kind of it's a very personal arc, I think, and it binds everybody together in a way where they go through so many different things. They come together, they break apart, and then they come together even stronger at the end. That tests them in a different way, right? That tests the characters in a different way, and at the end of it, they're stronger. They're more connected as a group, and that's what you're seeing here. And the fact that they take the time out to show us that here, I think is great. Like we'll see it in a minute, but the way that Ida responds to the kaiju when it goes invisible it's her character that just comes through, right? And it doesn't need to just be in Acro Silky form. She comes out of Acro Silky form to be all like, I guess he ran the fuck away. I guess he was fucking scared, right? That's like, it's just something that changing that from her just getting hit is, because that is what essentially they do in the manga. She just gets slam dunked, right? Slam dunked. But here they kind of like add a little bit of texture to it, you know? Yeah. This is very similar in a lot of ways to the Serpo arc, to be fair. Look at these guys. Look at them. They're a team. Even this idiot. Oh, he's great. Kinta. I tell you what, guys. I tell you what. I like Kinta. I like Kinta a lot. And you know what? It just gets better. It just gets better from here. It was a reference. You're quite right. Now, guys, I would love to get straight into the next bit, but I have made a policy of never ever ever skipping the intro. It's too great. I'm gonna miss this intro. It's beautiful. And if you want to know more about it, go watch my OP analysis video, guys. I'm learning to plug my own content here. All right, okay. Give me some leeway. Look at that. It's green for Kaiju. You can sing the intro if you want to, for sure, support. Yeah, if you want to. Oh, it's so good though. It looks so good. Plug away. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at plugging. Yeah, you know, I don't know that I'm gonna go so far as to say hype a video or something like that. Do not hype the streams. All right, you can hype the main videos. Don't hype the streams. Also, guys, you see this bit here? This is not something that was in the OP analysis. This bit in the song, when this bit plays, because at the beginning there's like the percussion is like the rhythm of a heartbeat, but here the heartbeat is like ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom. You can hear it. You can hear it in the music. Go and watch it for real. And I watched an interview. Well, I read an interview with Aina at the end, and it is in there as well. She mentions that is what it is, and it's very cool. That's very cool. You know. Like they put so much thought into that is what it is. Yeah, I think there was a written interview. Maybe. I think so. I don't remember where I read it. I apologize. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it afterwards. But I'm pretty sure I read that after the fact at some point. It's either that or I made it up. Or I made it up to back up my opinion. But I don't believe that is the case. I do like to spread misinformation online, though, so... yeah, sorry, guys. I probably read it when I was like... I don't remember. It might have been... I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I got to read it. That's the main thing. Right, okay. So... Okay. Right. It could have been the podcast. I don't know. Ida is cool as shit. And I'm glad that we're getting that out of the way right now. All right. It took me into the Space Globalist arc. It took me until the Space Globalist arc to really get to the kind of like the core of Ida as a character, to really get her, for it to click in here. She's the bomb, man. She's so fucking cool. Ida is so cool. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's, for me, it goes Momo, then Okurun, then Ida. And you know what? Honestly, the space in my mind between Ida and Okurun is not that huge. Like the gap between them. She's fucking excellent. She's great. She's great. You know? Also, her powers are so unique. Also, I really love that when Kinta is on the floor, he like fully just retches. He's like Ugh! It's like, what the fuck, dude? Are you okay, bud? Poor Gigi. Yeah. No, she does so much in this fight. Ida does so much in this fight. You know? You know what it is as well? They make the kaiju way more intimidating. Oh man, her hair is so cool. Right? Her powers are so sick. And she moves like a ballerina as well, right? Like, obviously Momo and Okurun are kind of like one. She has the kind of the hands, he is able to run fast. So they kind of work as one, but Ida is just pulling out all the stops on her own, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, just everything about the kaiju feels more intimidating here as well. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like, look, these Science Sorrow have this. They know it, man. They're so good at it. It's crazy. It's crazy. She's probably the Discord, to be honest, unless it's not a spoiler, in which case you can post it here. Yeah, I mean, like, they know. These guys know. By the way, anybody who's not in the Discord, it's the best place on the internet for Dandadan and lots of other stuff. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member and you can get access to the Discord. It's where most of these amazing people are. And I love interacting with you guys over there. You know? But anyway. Yeah, she does say that they're cooked. You know? Yeah, I'm just talking about the episode here. Yeah, but I feel like Science Star really get the characters and the way that they should move. This feels like a studio that really loves this world and these characters, and I love that, you know. And the changes that they make feel like they're done with reason, like with purpose. It's great. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, obviously, when she's attacking the kaiju, the street is fully lit up. The street is like completely lit up, as you can see here, right? So the electricity and everything is green. It's got that green hue to it, right? And then after the kaiju powers up and does its like electricity thingy-mabob here, all of the lighting goes out because it's absorbed all of the power from the street, which is why it's so important that the kaiju's powers are green and all of the electricity around is green. Not only is it lighting up the scene, but it's also demonstrating to you what the power source is exactly for the suit, which is something that they didn't do in the manga. Its power was a completely internal thing, right? The power here is being drawn from electricity, which is why using green as the color for this arc and making all the lighting diegetic in the scene not only provides us with a really beautiful kind of like way of picture, like coloring the picture, but also it gives us this ability to kind of see where the power's coming from. And also something that's very bright and very green is more powerful. So you get to see the more, like, you see how intense the power is here, the color is here. You can tell that this is a very powerful attack without them saying, oh, he's about to hit us with a powerful attack. It's just, it looks great. And it also, it uses the environment in a way that's really interesting. And I love it. It's great. It's amazing. You know, like this is something that I when I was watching it for the first time, it snapped, because it's like you're watching it and I try not to overanalyze what it is that I'm looking at unless something absolutely jumps out at me or I go on a second watch. I try to go in as fresh as I can with it, so when I rewatch it here, I can kind of break down the little pieces as I go. Like, I don't go and sit down and obsess over every frame before doing the streams, because you know, I don't want it to feel like a job. I don't want it to feel like I have to do something or it's homework, because I fucking love Dandadan, right? I don't want it to feel like homework. Which is why it's really important to me to do this the right way, which is to kind of re-experience it here as much as I can. But I really enjoy all of the internal consistency, you know, like, and like I said, it gives us that ability to kind of understand where the power for the kaiju is coming from. No Turbo Granny, no. But, you know, we got a lot of Turbo Granny this season, which is good, you know, which is really cool. Yeah. And again, watching Ida move is just amazing. I imagine that I'll be able to get away with showing you this. Look at this. This is so sick. Look at her go. Look at her go, dude. Oh my lord. She's so cool. She's so cool. God damn. You know, she just has a very unique style, and it looks great. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, Turbo Granny's just hanging out. Is just hanging out with Seiko. That was a good pause, wasn't it? Yeah. It was a good pause. And Momo's completely fed up with her as well. You know, but it's important to remember, guys, that when Okarun was training with the Tulpas, so was she. You know, she was also taking the time to get stronger as well. That's the whole point. It's nice for her to be able to demonstrate that strength here, because the way that she's moving is more impressive than when she was moving in the Serpo arc, which is the last time that Ida was really up against like a proper enemy outside of what we saw the other week, right? It like she kind of gets sidelined a lot during the Cursed House arc. So it's good to be able to see her in the driver's seat, that kind of thing. I honestly, I mean, I look, adding more stuff and making it go on longer, I'm fine with that, as long as it's done for a good reason. This isn't the kind of studio, I don't think, that would just add stuff in for the sake of adding it. All of this is here, and it feels like it's here for a reason. Like, it's demonstrating power systems, or it's giving us insight into the evil eye. I suspect next week we'll get more insight into Kinta, because they really don't want us to hate Kinta. They want us to kind of understand where he's coming from a little bit. And I think that's important, to be honest. I don't see that as a bad thing. Like last week, adding in all the prelude with Kinta and kind of like what he experiences at school, I think that made his introduction all the more powerful, because that episode was through his eyes in a lot of ways, right? And I think that's interesting. I think that's great. If that means that we end on a cliffhanger we don't want, or it means that we kind of like move at a different pace, I don't mind that, as long as it's good. You know, nothing's ever perfect. I love Dandadan, obviously, arguably too much, right? But that doesn't mean it's perfect, because nothing is perfect. There's space for more stuff, right? You could even say, look, you could even say that the Omakis, right? Like adding in the Omaki where they go back for the Kaiju, which is unlikely to be added in to the show. I think that's fine to add into it, as long as it works in this version of it, you know? As long as it's true to the source material. No, I understand. No, nothing can be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean that there isn't perfection in imperfection. There obviously is, right? Flawed art is inherently part of art. Like, if art is supposed to be a reflection of the human soul in some capacity, then it's going to be flawed, as are people. There is no, you know, like I think it's like, I can't recall, it might be Socrates, right? But there's this concept in things like values and ideas and things like that, where there is an ideal or version of something that exists in heaven, whether it's a chair or a piece of art or a story. In your mind, you can create the perfect rendition of something, the object that is in heaven, right? And by that I don't mean literally. I mean more so it's in heaven in the capacity of, it is the ideal, the perfect thing. And we all strive towards that perfect version of something, but you can never attain it, because you are bound by your earthly existence, right? By the inherent idea that making something is going to be flawed, because it can never be that perfect version. And that's okay. And that's okay, because it can't be whatever it is that's perfect. Nothing can be perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm close to perfect. But and And that's fine. And I understand what you mean when you say that the imperfections make it perfect. I totally get that. But also, that doesn't mean that every single thing is absolutely ideal and can't be changed. All right, as long as it's in accordance with the general vision of what the art's soul is. You know, anything that you write can probably be cut down 10% and probably be better. That's typically what I do. Most of my stuff is you could cut it down by 10% or 5%, sometimes 15%, and it'll probably be a stronger draft afterward, right? Because that's the nature of creating. You add more than what you need to do, but that's just life, you know? A good editor will cut you down on that stuff, but that doesn't mean that more stuff can't be added if it enhances things. And I think that this stuff enhances things for a good reason. And if that means that we don't necessarily land exactly where we want to land on the cliffhanger, or the next season moves slightly differently, like that's fine, as long as it's good. As long as it's fucking good, I don't care, man. You know, like, I tell you what, another example is perfect game, a perfect fucking video game. Red Dead Redemption, perfect video game. When I heard that they were making a Red Dead Redemption 2, I thought that was a terrible idea. A prequel to a perfect video game? You gotta be fucking joking, man. It comes out, it blows the first one out of the water, and it enhances everything in that first one because of the fact it was so fucking well written. Without the second one now, the first one loses its punch because you don't have as much time with the characters to understand the characters, and that's fine. If you can do it and do it well, who cares, man? Who gives a shit what's added? I think this is great, you know? And I like the idea of being able to just absorb this for what it is, you know, which is more Dandadan. And if it enhances Aida's character, and it enhances fucking Okurun's character, Momo's character, even if it doesn't necessarily highlight the Momokurun relationship, so be it, man. Look at this. How can you look at this and think that it should not be there? Look how good that is, man. Look at that. It's so cool. That is like, that's Aida farming. That right there is Aida farming. Trademark that shit. Trademark that shit. Someone fucking thought of this. Someone thought of this, man. Someone thought of this in their head. And they were like, fuck, I need to put that in. And it's like, that right there doesn't exist in the manga. But it's fucking cool, man. Add it in. Throw it in, man. Who cares? Like, adding the tunnel to that touching hand scene. Fuck it, man. Throw it in. Who cares, man? It looks fucking cool. Sorry. It does give fucking Evangelion vibes, doesn't it? Oh, man. That's a good point. But to be fair, like any kind of like any mech kind of thing, it's like, it's going to be, if it's anime, it's going to be inspired by Evangelion. It's going to be inspired by Gundam, that kind of thing, right? Yeah, I got passionate there. It's so cool, man. Oh, and look at that. It just, the way that the fucking depth of field and the focus just changes. Oh, so cool. She's so cool. And the way that she just spins as well. God damn, it's great. You love to see it. I mean, for the most part, it kind of feels like she handled this guy on her own, right? She did so much work here. I feel like they added a lot of the stuff in here purely for Aida's sake. You know? Because she's going for it. In fact, what are Okurun and Momo doing right now, by the way? They're just kind of hanging out. I love this shot as well. That's wallpaper material. That's wallpaper material. I love her mask for Acro Silky too. You know? I have not seen Dexter at all, but presume it is a reference, yes. Alright, cool. I'm glad you did. No, don't apologize, man. Don't apologize for making me tangent. From what I've gathered, many of you enjoy the tangents, so I'm happy to provide. Look, if people are here and are happy to hear me yap, then let's go. Then let's go. Throwing fucking signs at her. Look at Okrun. He's just like, I guess I'll just hang out. So pathetic. They're just throwing signs at him. You know? Yeah, no, that's honestly, Toaster, yes, that is basically it. Like, yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like the tangents, I don't know if they're worse now or better, like purely based on the amount of time that I take to get around to a tangent. I feel like I was more tangenty way back when. But then again, I don't know. You're the guys who watch, right? Like even if you go back to if you go back to the to when we were looking at the Kazuka Knives arc during the hiatus, I was very nervy. That's true support. And my audio was only coming out of one ear, which nobody told me about. But we only got through like a chapter in an hour or two. It was amazing. I loved that shit, by the way. That was great. You know, like I really enjoyed going through the manga like that. It was really good. You know, I mean, it was a while ago, but it was good because there was so much of it. You know, stop it, Toaster. You stop it. You stop it right now. Do it again. Oh man, it's finding the time in the week, brother. You know. Yeah. Small creator. Yeah, tell me about it. That was tiny back then. It was amazing. That's true. I did get through the panel in an hour. But to be fair, there was not much to go through this week. There was not much to go through this week. But you know what? That early Kazuka Knife stuff, all the characters were interacting with each other. Momo and Okarun were together still. There were lots of things I could just kind of like latch onto, right? This week wasn't so much of that. You know, like there was a bit obvious. Oh, no, I can't talk about that. We're talking about this, but anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah. I really like the random stuff as well. I mean, I've spoke about it before, but part of the reason that this was my chosen avenue of communicating with you all, like through the stream, is because I wanted to facilitate a degree of a personal kind of like face-to-face kind of relationship, because I wanted people to kind of understand me rather than just the topic, right? Because it's easy to just fade into the background because nobody has a reason to come back if they don't care about the fact that there's a person making the content. So the fact that there are people talking about random stuff or wanting to know my opinion on things is great. I like that kind of thing just because of the fact that it makes me feel like that is what people are here for, at least in part. It's not just for that week's Dandadan, right? Even though that is probably the majority of the reason people are there. I'm not exactly going to say, you know, come and watch me watch paint dry. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to kind of have that reassurance that there is an actual interest in what it is that I'm doing rather than just what is being made. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Oliver. We're going through the episode. I'm currently at 7 minutes. And we're almost an hour in, so that sounds about right. Watch paint dry. Right, okay. Alright, okay, yeah. I shouldn't have said that. I should have known. I should have known not to use an example. Should have known not to use an example around you people. God, Jesus. No, we're not watching paint dry. God damn it. What did I say was at 10k? Because we're getting closer to 10k. Was that the maid one? God, no. I never thought we'd be getting close to 10k, to be honest. Fuck. Do you guys want to swap? Look, what we could do is we could swap the 10k one. We could swap that with 15k. And 15k could be the main outfit. And 10k could be the 24-hour one. Think about that. Think about that. Could swap them around. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. 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 Okay, stop saying no. Oh my god. Johnson, I don't even think you've spoken yet, brother. Nice to meet you. But also, no. Oh my god. Fucking hell. William, the paint. Fuck's sake. I don't even have anything to paint. I have my living room. But I'm not taking us through there. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. Fine. Anyway, back to Dandadan. Oh no, he's having a tantrum. He's smacking stuff around. He's destroying buildings, guys. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, look, if you get to 10k, you can have a paint stream. 25 support. That's 25. 25k. It used to be 30k, but I brought it down, I think. Or did I push it up to 30k? I don't remember. If we ever get to 30,000 subscribers, guys, then yeah, okay, no problem. Let's do that. But that's a long way away. Anyway. Well, yeah, we could do art streams. Yeah. Look, guys, we'll figure something out. We'll figure out stuff. You know, any ideas in the Discord? Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member on my Patreon, guys. It's free. Nothing's better than free. And then that gives you access to my Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. You know? Yeah, look, we're not at 10k yet. Yes, support. Back to the episode. You know? Like, the laser from the kaiju here is really cool. And this is another really... Oh, man, look at this. This is so cool. Wait, hold on. Oh, thanks, Lentils. I appreciate it. It does look good, doesn't it? Is that light not on? I thought I turned it on. Is that too bright? I think it's out of battery, guys. I think it's out of battery. I need to charge it. Nah, I need to charge it, guys. I've not been on top of things this week. Anyway. Right, no, this... Hold on. I feel like this is really cool. Just the kind of like the Dutch angle. The Dutch angle and the way that... I feel like this arc uses kind of like fisheye lenses a little bit, right? And it also kind of like has really interesting Dutch angles. Look at this. Look, do you see the way that he bounced as well? I just feel like that's so cool. I don't know why. It's just like a really cool... He looks really goofy, but it's a really cool kind of angle, I feel. You know? Because Dutch angles are typically used to kind of like invoke kind of a disorder or something's very unusual, disorienting, that kind of thing. And this is the epitome of that, right? You use it a lot in horror films. And this kind of has like that monster movie vibe to it in a really interesting way. Especially because, like, one of the things that... oh, yeah, these guys know what they're doing when it comes to cinematography for sure, but it kind of feels like Dandadan loses at times that kind of... it kind of loses that monster movie kind of like vibe that it was originally going for so heavily. So bringing that back in all of the little kind of elements that exist here, I think is really nice. It really is a way to highlight the spirit of Dandadan outside of just the characters, and also really enhance what's in the manga a little bit. I love it. It looks great, you know? Like, it feels like it returns to that in a way, you know? They also really love their flashbacks. They love their flashbacks. The way that the light is just bouncing off of Okurun's glasses here is so good as well. Oh, my God. Also, this shot, always this shot with Ida, right? They've done this like 4 times now, not just with Ida, but with the Acro Silky powers, right? There was the first time that Acro Silky did it when she was alive at the end, on top of the roof. Then there was the time that she did it when she was in the warehouse. Then Ida did it in the Serpo arc, and now she's doing it again. It adds to that continuity of the powers as well. It's a good shot as well. Like, it's a really nice shot. It shows you everything you need to know about the Acro Silky powers, but it's a really nice through line. It's a really nice through line of everything Acro Silky. I really enjoy it. Yeah. And she shows off her agility as well, you know? She's able to move because of her powers in a way that Okurun can't, and that isn't always necessarily conveyed via the manga because it's not an animated medium. That makes sense. But adding in stuff like this moment here, really sets the tone for what it is they're trying to do, and it has a really interesting impact of destabilizing the targeting of the kaiju. She's the MVP in this fight, you know, and it, like, by obviously as Ida's character goes on, she becomes more and more that leader character, you know. Like, she is the de facto leader in my opinion at this point, and that's kind of who she is. She's a lot of bluster. She's a lot of talk, but she can back it up, you know. She can back up the bluster with ability, and that's sick. I love that about her character, you know, is that she doesn't just take it for granted. She actually works to be better and to be stronger, you know. In a way, I feel like she never had to really work that hard in school to be Miss Popular. Or she got content with being Miss Popular, and then failing, or rather being so sloppy as to cause Momo to get potentially killed because of the evil eye, when she spilled the boba tea on Gigi. That forced her to have to contend to be better, and it's like almost like revisiting that part of herself that had to strive towards something, a goal. To challenge herself in a way, you know, and that's what she kind of does. I think that's one of the really cool things about Ida, you know. And it's oh, fucking hell, she's so cool. Also, she gets a really cool transformation mid speech, like Okurun gets, which is also awesome. Yeah. No, I think Ida's the leader. Momo's definitely like a powerhouse. But yeah. The Ida analysis video will happen one day. Guys. But it's she needs to hit a point where I'm ready, you know. And I love that she transforms back to her normal self here as well, you know. She's so full of herself. She's so full of herself, man. You know? Yeah, Momo's definitely like a strategist. Yeah, for sure. She's so full of herself. Yeah. She's so fast to react as well. That's cool. That's cool. Right, hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you. So look at this. The way that she gets knocked out of her form is dope. Look, that's really cool. It's like she got whacked out of her form. You know? I feel the yokai abilities are much more interesting to me in this. Like when she transforms here. Oh man. How cool is that shit? It's so cool. Like this is the kind of stuff that you can only do when it's animated. It looks so good. Alright, Serpo, catch you, dude. Yeah, it's sick, isn't it? But like not just being in one form or the other and having this kind of like dynamic and fluid kind of motion between being in it and out of it is, to me, I think that's really cool. And it really makes use of its kind of the dynamism that you can bring in with an animated medium. It's playing to its strengths. In the same way that I feel like the manga is pretty unbeatable when it comes to still frames. Like, you can't beat the still frames in the manga, like the emotion that it carries. But the fluidity of the way that the characters move and the transformation is great. Like, I love that. Yeah. Well, I think Okurun's got that kind of glass cannon aspect to him, right? Like, Aira doesn't seem to have a specific punching like ability, like a really strong ability, but she's very consistently good. Whereas Okurun, he has like a thing that he does, right? He's all out, yeah. Oh yeah, and then Aira gets absolutely slammed with the laser. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the soundtrack for this as well. You know what they do with the Evil Eyes bag here is really cool. I think she may be now, I don't know. This is really cool. I like this too, right? You see this moment here. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the way that it screams up to the stars and then it's slow, like you see this where it kind of like slowly and kind of whimsically transforms into what is ostensibly quite a beautiful backdrop. To me, is when you know what's going on, is really sad. It feels very much like the scream is quite a personal thing, you know, like obviously it belongs out there, right? Obviously, and you kind of get that from it, you know. And I think it's really pretty, but also really sad, you know. Again, it's like I'm not trying to talk spoilers in case there's somebody here who has not read the manga, but it carries with it a lot of weight to it for sure, you know. Yeah. It feels like there is anguish. That's how I describe it. It feels like that scream from the kaiju there is an anguish, right? And it doesn't belong here. It belongs up there with whoever it may be that is out there, you know. Anyway, what's really cool here is that outside of the city with all the electricity and stuff, and the lighting is more normal, right? Are they still in empty space here? It feels like they ran out of it. Can you just run outside of it? Can you just run out of it? Is that how it works? Surely not. Well, maybe. How does that work? It must just be a small... No. How does that work? Yeah. Are they able to just run out of it? No, because he throws the bag back. They throw the bag back. Right. Yeah, but they were able to just run out, right? Like, they just ran out of it. Because he throws the bag back and it hits the kaiju. So they must still be in the same place. I don't really understand. I don't really understand it, I suppose. I'm a little confused. Yeah, but surely then the further out you get, more normal people will show up. So if you are outside of it and you throw the bag back in, the bag's not got some magical energy. Yeah, the logic is a little confusing here, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Through the fabric of reality, that's metal. Look at Gigi go, man. Look at him go. He's holding that back. And look, and I honestly, like, realistically, the reason that they got rid of the green is so they could replace it with the purple, right? Like, the threat is obvious. That is why they did it. It's so that the contrast would be more obvious, right? Because this feels calm. This feels like really calm, relaxed. It's like sunset, you know? So the fact that there is they really went all in with this, by the way. They really went all in with this. I do hope that we get some more from Kinta's side of things, because obviously when he's in the Great Kinta, he does a big speech about the fact he likes toys and shit, man. I hope we get a little bit more insight in that. They extend that a little bit to kind of demonstrate us a bit more about where he comes from mentally, like where he is in his mind. Because I think that would go a long way. Like here, his relationship with Gigi, where he views Gigi as kind of like stuck up or inherently untrustworthy because of the fact that he's athletic, attractive, funny, and overall quite popular. I think that immediate stigma from Kinta, unless you justify it a little bit better, which I really hope they do, is it feels like unfair, right? There's a preview. Oh, where is that? Where's the preview? Is it in news? Oh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess they just, you know what happened? They must have just, they'd be like, oh, what would Michael like to see? What would Michael like to see? We better go and add that stuff in. We better go and add in the stuff that Michael specifically would probably want to see. And then they did it. Yeah, spoilers is, you know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's like, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, my point is that here he has a clear, immediate, visceral stigmatization towards Gigi, and it seems unfair if you don't think about where it's coming from. Do you know what I mean? And where it's coming from is insecurity and bad experiences with other people. Like, you can tell that he's been bullied for a long time as well. He must be. He's more of a loser than Okurun, right? So it's like, he must have been bullied. And that's where his detest for Gigi comes from. You know? They went all out, by the way. Look at this. Look at this. No! They went all out with that. Oh my god. No. Yeah, look, he just immediately flips. There's not even like a moment of. There's not even like a moment of, oh, he's transforming. He's this guy now. I love it. Oh, it's so fucking good. This bit where he throws the goddamn bag. This plot relevant. Plot relevant. Plot relevant. There goes the plot. That is plot relevant right there. You know? Yeah, we will see it. Yeah, they use jiggle physics for sure. I love the evil eye. I love the evil eye. But like it's kind of like you know, the evil eye kind of thing for the past that's a good point, but let's see, yeah. There must be an empty space or something like that. I don't know. Like the evil eye has obviously been the thing across the whole season. All of season 2 is basically dedicated to the evil eye being the bad guy, then being a kind of like a misunderstood or someone to be saved, and then he's here where he is now, where he's like kind of a bit of in the way, and that's fine. But I think that it's maybe not always been communicated exactly the way that he changes. The way that he changes throughout the arcs, right? And like here, he's clearly supposed to be more of a kind of a child. He's meant to be like a kid, right? Whereas before he was supposed to be a threat. Now he's kind of just like a lost puppy, right? Hi Orbis, what's good, dude? Look at this guy. Look at that. Look at him. Jesus, man. The evil eye is great. And he's even got clothes on. He's like, oh, I can't wait to go fight Okurun. He just loves fighting. You know? Also, another thing worth noting. Yeah, Kinta point. That's an emote right there, guys. That's an emote right there. Go get it. I love that, like, the way that they show speed. The way that they show speed with Okurun in the anime is just before he moves, they like pause someone in action or pause him in action, and then he blasts forward. And I think that's a really interesting way of kind of like, it's almost that effect of time stands still. That's how fast he is that time literally stands still when he goes all out. Right? Like right here, it's just a still frame, and then he moves, and it's done. It's like, it's that way of kind of, it really highlights the second that he moves and really fucking moves, he just goes through it. You know? Like, that's how fast he moves, is that he can do a whole action in a frame. Look, here's another one of those fisheye lenses, right? Like this whole thing. The whole kind of like arc feels like it really is evoking a really disorienting perspective of things. That's alright, Eric. Thanks for joining, dude. It's really highlighting a very disoriented perspective on things. It feels like they're in another world. This is a space kaiju. It's a kaiju from space. It's brought its otherworldliness with it, right? It's almost like an invasion in a way, and because of that, they're using these really disorienting lenses. It feels like they're in another world, right? It looks really it's really interesting. You know, I'm really a big fan of the way they've decided to go about doing this. Also, the extent to what Momo's powers can do is really interesting too, because when these guys are such idiots, man. They're such idiots. This is where she says that we're cooked, by the way. Look, you see this? You see this where it grabs it, and then it just kind of slithers out the bottom and it makes a squidgy noise. It's like, what is happening? The way that they argue with each other as well. There it is! Oh man, I love that. And there's another example of color as well, by the way, being used really creatively in this, right? Watch. Look, obviously all green. This guy, look at it. He's the main threat in the scene, and then boom, cracks through purple, smashes everywhere for a split second, right? And then that's it. The evil eye's presence, just for a second, is there. Great, amazing. It's so good. Of egg white, yeah. Oh my god, that's a really good way of putting it. You know, but that kind of like way of using color has been an overwhelming through line for this whole arc, and it makes everything feel really connected too. Yeah, it's really funny as well. Like, that's just something that someone would have just had. One was if his bag was actually, you know, involved in the scene. Like that to me is really important, because there's like not a wasted moment in this. It obviously goes on a bit longer than in the manga, but they don't waste an action. Nobody's actions feel like they are pointless or they go nowhere. Everything feels connected in a really interesting way. Also, another great angle, right? Look at them go! It's so good. You know? It just feels like nothing is wasted. You know? And then they're back at the house, and they're away from the city, and look at these guys. You know? God, that is a distance to walk. That's a distance to run. I did say angle, just like the artist behind this incredible piece of merchandise over here, guys. A Momo ISA hoodie. You can get one too at safetiesonrookie.com. You can also get your hands on this as well by our own artist Kells as well. I exclusively work with people in the community to create the merchandise that you guys see before you, because that's what it means to be in it together. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Only on safetiesonrookie.com, guys. Look at that. That's safetiesonrookie.com, guys. It's the only place that you can get it. It's in the description. Link in the description, guys. Safetiesonrookie.com. Get your hands on the merchandise. That's what it means to be in it together, guys. Anyway, back to the episode, and then Ida is just clinging on to Okurun here. Oh my lord. A pinned comment for the link, you say? A pinned comment for the link, you say? That's crazy, because I actually have a pinned comment for the link right here. There you go. There you go. Look at her. Look at her face. She's loving it. She's having a great day. Had a gun for a second. No. She's a crew maxing. Momo splits them up as well. It's great. Like, the dynamics have become very clear. Look at this. Look at this. Oh no! The character interactions are really good here. You know? The character interactions are really good here. And Momo and Ida still have that kind of really argumentative relationship. And it obviously underscores their whole thing for a long time. But, alright. Cool, Brand. Have fun, bud. That sounds like a good time, dude. Yeah, exactly. That is it, Jenny. For sure. But their relationship kind of like develops, I think, in the next... Yeah, here he is! There he is! I fucking love this. This is the best thing. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy. It's like he just wants to fight, man. He just wants to fight. Let the guy fight. Let the guy fight. God damn, dude. Look at him. He's so happy. It's Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. Look at him. He's so happy to fight. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. He's so happy. This is his friend. Okurun and him are friends. This is the way that he expresses friendship with this guy, by the way. Right? Oh, it touches my heart. It touches my heart so. Right? Like, the Evil Eyes whole thing is so sweet. It's so sweet. As manga readers especially may note this, but it's a very touching thing, and I think that they're kind of doubling down on the fact that he's a bit of a kid and misunderstood in the anime. You know what I mean? Look at him. He's just like, oh, okay. Look, he's so sad. No! No, he wants to fight, man. Oh my god. Just be Tuesday already. He just wants to fight, dude. Oh no. Oh no. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it either. He doesn't even get it. He just wants to fight. He just wants to fight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, okay, another thing. Another thing worth noting, gamers. Another thing worth noting, gamers. Hold on. This shit right here. This shit. Right? Like, if any of you guys have seen... If any of you guys have seen my Momokurun video, the Chaotic Beauty video, you'll know that one of the ways that these two express their relationship is through physicality. And as mentioned multiple times across the... Oh my god, you're right. Look at him. He's doing it. He's doing the thing. He's aura farming. He's Ida farming over there. But one of the important changes, like in the Evil Eye arc, one of those really important changes for the two of them is being able to express that in a more casual context, right? Without it being a massive thing. It just becomes the way that the two of them interact. It's a normalized thing now for them to be close. And that's, I think, a really important chapter, and the biggest takeaway from the Evil Eye arc is that kind of evolution in the relationship, and this is the first time that they express it in a casual setting in the anime. I mean, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Right? Let me get my face out of the way. Look at that shit right there. Ain't that the cutest? Right? Like that not long ago, that would have been huge for them. That would have been a huge thing for them. But here it's just like, it's not just an expression though of what do we do about our child? Yeah. It's not just an expression of the of anything just romantic, which it obviously is somewhat. It's also an expression of trust and the way that they've got this kind of like special bond with each other in a way that they don't necessarily have with other people. Like, they know that they can trust each other fully. They've been through a lot, you know. It's and the way that they don't react like crazy to it either, right? Like, Okurun is not freaking out here, whereas not long ago this would have freaked him out a lot, you know. I don't know. I think that is a really kind of nice moment, and it's simple. It's understated. It doesn't feel like a big deal, and I think that shows how far they've come as a pair, right? because I think that physicality is really wrapped up in and normalized at this point going forward, because they've crossed that boundary, that barrier, which is what the previous arc that just went was very much tied up in, you know. Yeah, they're thinking about how not to die. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Guys. I don't know what to do. Who the hell did this? Who the fuck did this? Who did this? Who put this here? Who rebuilt this house? No. No. Gigi's dad. He was carrying the pillar when he came over. It's when he came over. No. 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 Etu, Gigi's dad. I can't believe it. He did it to me to get back at me. I can't believe it. What a piece of shit. That's what he did with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it. That's okay. That's official. That's official safety zone rookie law, guys. Is that Gigi's dad put that pillar up on purpose because he wants to secure. He wants to secure his son's relationship. His son's relationship with Momo. He's trying to tilt the scales. That's disgusting that he did that. That's disgusting that he did that. No, he is correct. Yeah, and we only accept yes and yes. I can't believe this. He's a twisted little man. He is a twisted little freak. There's a reason. There's a reason he's hated. There's a reason I hate him. And this is it. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. No. Fucking hell. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just, it feels like disrespectful. It feels disrespectful. It feels like it was put there on purpose. And probably also because this is the last straw, Jenny. I mean, the reality is, like, if we're talking not within the scope of law of the channel, the reality is that they probably just reused one of the scenes where they entered the building previously, and that had the pillar there, and someone didn't think to inform me. Tiago, you get I crash out very frequently around here. I crash out very frequently. You know, like you know, it's fine though. Yeah, I'm glad that you see it. Yeah, I think that is it, support. I'm glad that you see it now, Jenny. So twisted. Oh, look at the evil eye in the background. Look at that guy. Look at him. Oh, he's just upset. He wants to fight. He wants to fight real bad. Man, there is so much of this episode left, and we are on 1.5 hours. We've been doing this for 90 minutes. He's probably up to awful stuff. No, you're right. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are starting to see why we hate Gigi's dad around here. Me when it's not Tuesday. I know, it's sad. Oh no, it's on its way. The kaiju is on its way. And it's bringing the green with it. It's like, Kinta's like, it's bringing the green with it. What is the evil eye doing, by the way? Look at him. He's just investigating the shrine. He's like, what is this thing? He's like, what the hell is that? It's the bell. He's investigating the bell. What the hell? He's just like, man, what is this thing? What the hell? Look at him. He's like, so like, what the fuck is this thing? Bruh, what's it do? They didn't need to add that in either. They were just like, yeah, okay, let's add in the background. The evil eye can be fascinated by a big bell. You know? Nah, I don't start apologizing for Gigi's dad. I'll remember that you've done that, Tarantado. Yeah, he's a little cute guy. And Gigi comes back. That'd be crazy. Yeah, that's a good point, Yasmin, actually. That'd be really funny. I forgot that the shrine had that capacity. Because Okurun was locked in there. Here comes the Kaiju. I also enjoy that Momo and Ida were planning to fight it alone, by the way. They were just like, yeah, let's go. Everybody else is useless, but let's do it. They would not have won either. We're doing a long man. Oh, there he is. There he is. What is he doing? What is he doing? Why is he even there? Why is he even there? Look. Oh, no. Take that back. Look at him. What is he doing there? What are you doing there, little guy? He's just a silly guy. He's just a silly guy. Nobody. I think they had more pressing things to worry about, Orbis. Look. Like a snake. Look at him. He's so bored. He's so fucking bored, man. Aww. He's just bored. It's great. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just want to go under the table and be a worm. I always really enjoy how in Dandadan there are like multiple different conversations all happening at once. It makes the scene feel very alive, and it also makes you feel like none of the characters are particularly wasted in any one moment. Like no one, it's not normally just people all sat around just like, around the same kind of like query. Everybody's having like separate conversations, you know, which is enjoyable. Man, look at this. She is vexed. She is fucking vexed at what she's seeing, by the way. This is crazy. This whole scene, this whole shot is wild. Like, what the hell, man? Everybody needs to settle the hell down. Look at her. She's so tensed up. Chill the fuck out, dude. We good, man. We're good. Oh, now they're getting smushed by the house. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cool. He's so cool. Screw all y'all. I don't care. Kinta's cool, man. Kinta's cool. He fucking loves this shit. And everything he does here with the house is so badass. This is all badass. Nah, he's cool as shit. I'm sorry, but he is. I'm sorry, but he is. He's the guy. We need to defend this man. Yeah, I know. He's just in his girly pop era. Yeah, the evil eye is in his girly pop era. They really did Okurun dirty by taking him to the toilet room, though. Yeah, that's how Gale wind Albert. I love the way that Ida goes off here. She's like, oh, fuck, shit, fucking shit. No. He's so content. The evil eye is so content. This whole animation sequence is great. It's so good. Oh, there goes Okurun. Bye. Look at this shit. It's so silly. He gets put in the toilet. No. That is a good gif. It is a good gif. Off you go up into the roof, Momo. Bye. Man, this whole sequence is great. You know, I oh, there he is. Look at him. He's in his girly pop era. Wow. The animation sequence is a reference. What's this a reference to? I mean, I assume something like a Gundam thing or something. Ida is so done. She's so done with this, by the way. Alright, a reference to Matchless Region. Oh, interesting. Look at her. She's so done. She's so done. She's so sick. She's so sick right now. Look, she's like, oh, I feel really sick. She's so sick. Oh my god. Honestly, how did we survive? How did we survive last arc without Ida, right? It's great. All right, let me see the chat. Let me see the chat. Oh right, shit. No, I can see it now. That's really interesting, actually. Man, that is actually sick. All right, I'm just gonna drag it on screen for anybody not in the Discord, guys. Here it is. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. Wow. That's great. That's great. Look at that. Wow. Legit. Legit. I like how, like, look at him. He's just having the best time. He's so content, man. He's the best. He's like, oh shit, okay. Yeah, that was really interesting. That was Kaiju in the Discord, guys. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. Best place on the internet for Dandadan. Yeah, glorious Discord banner. Yes, yes, that's true. This whole bit where the mech just forms is great. Like, it feels cool. Oh, I love what they do with the shrine as well. With the archway, where it becomes the eyebrow thingy, like the crown. God damn. This is the best. Look at them. Look at them all. They're all got their own little screens. Man, you know, like, I know that this is like a homage, right? It's obviously a homage to this kind of style of anime, as well as this kind of style of monster movie. But I really enjoy when something is a homage to something, but also still becomes a great example of the medium itself. What was this that everyone's talking about? The mech screen. Oh right, shit. Let me check. Oh shit. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Right. So these all mean something then. So these all mean something, right? Let me just go back to where it shows up on screen. Right. So here we are. Let's see. So this one means my name is Sakata Kinta. What? I'm not even going to attempt to say that. This one says, I love robots. I love them so much. I could die. Yeah, no, I hear you, brother. This one is, I'm a robot. You're also a robot. I love robots. Man, that's the thing, though. That's the thing from the manga, isn't it? Isn't that the thing from the manga? Where he's all like, you are a robot. But this is the thing. Like, this is the thing, right? Like, Kinta's imagination goes beyond just imagining things and pretending things. Because pretending them, if you're pretending something, you don't actually believe it. You inherently can't believe it. You're just coercing yourself into temporarily ignoring reality to believe it. But Kinta, when he imagines, he doesn't just imagine it inside of the scope of of I would like this to be the case. I'm going to pretend that this is the case. He believes that that is where he is in the moment, right? Like, this is why he acts so eccentric, and in his own little world, he can throw on glasses and feel like he's some kind of heartthrob, despite the fact that he obviously doesn't carry the physical traits to make that the case. He can just say these things and be these things and believe these things beyond just imagining it. It is literally living it, and that's what makes it work. That's what makes him capable of doing this. Like, when he's carrying the metal bar around to understand its weight, it's so that he can understand what it means to have a body made up of that material, more so than just going like, oh, I'm imagining myself as a really strong material. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing that, you don't really believe that that is the case, right? It's really interesting. What is this? This one. How much you ask? How much you ask? I love them more than rice. That's a lot, man. I fucking love rice. Rice is my favorite food. Holy shit, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot to love robots. This one. When you write robot, you read it as Sakata Kinta. Guys, do you know SF? And then it stands for science fiction. You didn't know, did you? I knew about it because I love them. And then the bottom one, the bottom right, where's this? Manga. Oh, this one. Please buy the manga. That's sick. That's sick, dude. That's sick. Nah, I love this guy, man. I'm sorry, but he's the bomb. He's the best. He's the biggest. He's the best. Everybody. Oh no! Look at her. Oh no! She's so fucking just motion sick, man. Oh no, Ida. She's so unwell because of it. Yes, thank you, Nachan. That is badass. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and it was Momo's fault that the Buddha, that they're in the shape of a Buddha. This whole thing here is great. I love this because it like I said, this whole arc, I didn't really, in the manga, I suppose, I didn't really appreciate what it was or what it was trying to do. But here it feels like what they're doing with this arc specifically is they're treating it as a way to kind of get used to the group as they are now, right? To understand the status quo of where everybody is with each other. And that is the status quo that they stay with each other for a very long time, even up to where we currently are in the manga. This is the group, the core group, how they all behave together, how they all fight together, and also the dynamic that we're going to be seeing for a while, right? This is like the most complete version of the core group and Kinta that you're going to see up until now, right? Like it feels like we've settled in now. This is who we are with. This is who they are. This is how they all interact with each other. It's nice. Like I really enjoy this chatting back and forth. It's just really nice to see, you know. I think that in a lot of ways, one of the things in Dandadan is it could use maybe a bit more of this. You know. Yeah, like it feels like this Momo face. Look at her. Ida's face as well. I don't know. It's just like this is a nice point. I feel like they really went all out with the faces and stuff that they give everybody in this season. Look, and again, look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Oh, he's the best. He's the best, man. Yeah, the colors definitely make it more difficult for sure. He's such a silly guy. He just loves covering his goddamn face as well. He thinks he's the bee's knees, man. He thinks he's so cool. He thinks he's so cool, man. And nobody knows how to move the goddamn Buddha bot. You know? He is cool. They're all cool, man. And that's it. And that's it. You know? And then we have the trailer for next time. But, you know, more fighting. Yeah. I mean, like, we've got one more episode left, guys. We've got one more episode left. Let's make it a good one. Let's make it a good episode, guys. If we can. You know? Let me see if I can find another. I know, it was a really good episode, guys. I know. I really enjoyed it. I know, that's just part and parcel where we are, right? With the way that we are, generally speaking, you know. Right, there we go. But no, it's been really fun, just generally, guys. Like, I've really enjoyed going through all the episodes and stuff. Obviously, we can't. I know, only one more. I know, guys. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like I you know, it's a bit bittersweet for sure, but like, it's all part of the agreement, right? Like, all good things must come to an end, right? And that doesn't mean that everything just stops there, right? We've got more stuff. There's going to be another season eventually, for sure. If we have to wait a couple of years, so be it. The challenge is for all of us to stay motivated, together, cohesive, to make sure that we're all still as interested and as active of a community by the point that we hit the next season. And you know, that's not an easy thing. Yeah, 5 months ago we hadn't even seen the trailer. You know, this has been a really exciting period of time. Like, it feels like inside of this season 2 period, everything has happened, right? Like everything has happened. It feels like everything has happened inside of this small period of time. For me, this has been a really exciting year, guys. Like, you know, I'm gonna save the majority of my spiel for when we are on the last stream for this, just because, you know, I don't need to. I'm just gonna be restating things next time. And you know, we'll have a kind of like I said, we'll do a roundup episode, not next week, the week after. We'll do a full roundup of the season, but it's been a really good experience. Like, this whole year, yeah, I feel the exact same way, Jenny, for sure. Like it feels nice to be to have a feeling of community, to have like this feeling of community, and to feel kind of like, you know, interested and interesting, and for people to be here each week, and to see the channel grow, and to see even like the numbers of viewership each week grow, and to be just higher, right? Like before, like at the beginning of at the beginning of doing all of this, all the streams and stuff, very frequently the concurrent viewers would dip into single digits, right? Like we'd have like 5 or 6 people here, and now we kind of tend to average 30s, something like that, and it peaks at like 40 odd. Like one of the streams, I think it was one of the episodes, hit 70 something viewers, and that was crazy. That was very crazy. And it's like, not every week is going to be that, I know that, but to know that the following has grown to a point where we can have 30 people watching consistently is, I don't know, like it's a very strange thing, I think, to have people's attention, you know, because it's like on one hand you don't want to waste people's time, so you're trying to kind of like fill the space with stuff that's interesting and with interesting talking points, because you don't want people to get bored of what you're doing, but also it's nice to be able to be real, you know. It's a very strange thing. It's on one hand it feels like you create a bit of a persona or an exaggerated version of yourself in order to be more appealing, to be more entertaining, to be more engaging. But on the other hand, there is also a vulnerability that comes with it, because when people are watching you for upwards of 3 hours at a time, it's very hard to fake. I knew that someone would say persona reference. It's very hard to fake who you are, because you can't. It's really hard to do it unless you are really doing something where you are just in the head of you are doing a performance. It's hard to just not be you. So there is a vulnerability that comes with it. But I don't know. It's good. I feel energized by this. I enjoy doing this. And I enjoy being able to kind of like, you know, communicate with the same people each week in this format, and with new people as well. It's really exciting. I mean, there are people that it can't be possible. It cannot be possible for only the chatters to be the people watching. So a lot of you guys who are lurking, are also here all the time, presumably, and that's really cool, because in my own history I've been mostly a lurker. I don't typically, the fact that there are any of you guys chatting in the chat at all is crazy to me, because that's not something I have ever really been someone to do. So the fact that you guys are doing it is wild to me. Yeah, I'm really pleased that there are lurkers here, like, honestly. And if any of you lurkers feel like engaging, please do. If you don't, then please don't. Like, continue to enjoy this however it is that you enjoy it. I hope that it's entertaining, or that you're getting something out of it regardless. You know, it's to me it's a really strange thing, right? Like to have people kind of like just listening to it. But there are people who like listen to the watch the alright, Manny, catch you. There are some people that are right, yeah, no, I'm glad that you engaged as well. I'm glad all of you guys engaged. But there, I don't know, it's really strange. Like, there are some people who like use the videos and stuff, and they'll just listen to it or something, and it's like, wow. Like, that's crazy to me that there are people doing that. Hold on, I'm just gonna starting a poll. If any of you lurkers feel like doing the poll, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you feel like that. But yeah, no, it's to me like, I don't know. To me, it's like I don't know. It's cool. It's really interesting. I'm glad that there are people who are interested in just listening. Um, you know, sometimes it feels like I'm just spouting absolute nonsense. But the fact that there are people listening to that is really exciting. You know, I'm glad to hear that, Tiago. I mean, you know, there's always more video content, and you know, as we move out of this season, guys, we're going to be looking back at. I'm going to be looking at working on more long form stuff. You know, like there will obviously be some short form stuff. Yeah, any of you chatters, yeah, you don't count anymore. There's obviously going to be more short form stuff to go, because it's served really well, and I'm probably going to use that stuff as kind of like a little bit of a test bed for other anime, other things that I want to work on. But the main long-wind format content, well, thank you, support, thank you. I appreciate that. But the long-form stuff is going to be coming back in as well. And that's going to hopefully... look, we've got more than a year's worth. We've got more than a year's worth of that stuff. So hopefully it will take us through to at least most of the way to the next season. If we take it nice and easy, right? Which I intend to. You know, I'm not going to absolutely do everything all in one go, because we need to be able to drip feed the content out so that we don't have anything, so that we're not bored, you know? I've got a lot of different ideas, you know? It's just, I wish I had more time. I can make it all. I can make all of it if I just had more time. But, hey, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, I mean... Tarantado, it's one of those things where, like, yes, I know that there are other things I'd want to work on, but because my brain is so Dandadan focused these days, I need to kind of like work out some space in my mind to be able to move on to something new. But yeah, I mean, I've got ideas for different things for sure. This to me is still the primary thing is still Dandadan, right? Like Mondays will still be the manga stream, for instance. You know, maybe a bit of the momentum might slow down as we move out of the season, and that's fine. I mean, we're not here just for numbers or anything. But you know, I'm happy to keep doing stuff, right? I'm keen to keep releasing content. Obviously the season 1 retold is only halfway done. But I will revisit that. I'm going to revisit that. It wasn't the most popular thing in the world, and that doesn't necessarily drive what I choose to do. But it can prove to be a pretty decent kind of like landmark on effort to outcome, right? I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna get back to it, but it might not be the first thing that I work on, you know. Like I said, I just wish I had more time, man. If I had time, I could just do everything. But I don't have the time to do that, you know. It's a shame, really. You talking about Spy Kids 3D? Oh my god. Hey, don't knock it. Alright, there's a lot in Spy Kids 3D that's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, alright? I won't have you knocking Spy Kids 3D. No way. No way, Jose. I've got, like, I could do a whole video on Spy Kids 3D. I'm not gonna, but I could. Yeah, I mean, obviously, That's the kind of space kaiju in the room, isn't it? Is the space globalist retold. And look, guys, it is at the top of my priority list. All right. Okay, I've got another couple. I've got something else to work on first. Maybe a couple of things to work on first, and then I will do the Space Globalist Retold video. Okay, it will get done. I swear it'll get done. Look, realistically, I should have had it done for the end of the season. That would have absolutely done well in the algorithm, right? Like, that would have done really well in the algorithm, but I didn't do it because I was working on other things. I also want to do it well, you know, which is the real problem, isn't it? It is wanting to do something well, you know. Space Globalist Retold before GTA 6. Yeah, it'll be before GTA 6. Don't worry, because GTA 6 is fucking never coming out. You know, I did say Godzilla. No, but yes, the Space Globalist Retold is at the top of my priority list, guys. I get comments about it all the time. And that is really funny because it's I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to have people asking me for a specific thing. Which, not a bad weird, it's a good weird, right? But it is funny, you know. I do quite like it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is here right now is you guys, and I'm really glad that you guys are here. As you can see, a few of the lurkers decided to leave a vote, and I appreciate that, lurkers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to see that there are lurkers here, and thank you for taking the time out to answer the poll, guys. Like, it's I know interacting with people on the internet can be a little for some people, so the fact that you guys are here it means a lot to me. So thank you, because at my heart I'm also a lurker, and so are most of the people in the chat, I presume. Although I'm very grateful that they took the time to connect in a written format. However, guys, talking about you, the only reason that we can really do these streams and justify doing these streams is because of the fact that so many people will donate, will support the channel through memberships, YouTube memberships, and through Patreon, right? Like, honestly, it is so gratifying to me, and very humbling to me, and a little bit overwhelming to me to see that there are people who are willing to support the channel in a more monetary fashion, right? In a subscription-based fashion. To me, that is it's unbelievable. Like, that is crazy. Like, it means that I can take time to relax and actually get the work done in the pace that feels right to do. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. So I'm just going to do a quick shout out to the people who are on the highest paid tier, the Yokai Power tier, so that their name could be forever immortalized in this video. So that's Angle, that's Blissy Cat, Burlap Sag, Danny, Fifth Gram, Old Toaster, Orbis, Sarah, Serpo, Wolf, Gelatinous Jellies, Spoopy Gelatinous Jellies, Spoopy Support, Zill and her gaggle of oak runes, Zero, and Tim Kai. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Genuinely thank you. I don't really know how else to... to say it. You know? And to answer your question, support from the Discord, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord, guys. Best place on the internet for Dandadan and for keeping up with the channel. To answer your question that you asked me on Discord, yes, I really do. Yes, I really do. Please, could you do that, please? I understand your opinion, but also I like the thing. I like the thing. I want the thing that I said. You'll see, guys. You'll see. You'll all see. Thanks. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Anyway. But, yeah. Look, I mean, yeah. So, you know, like, it's always a really funny thing whenever we do the pomades, because it's kind of like, it's still really hard to properly talk about it. It's really funny because you don't, and I'm not like looking for like I'm not fishing here. I'm not fishing when I say this, but like, if I'm honest with you guys, there is like such a anybody in my situation would feel like, it's not to do with me being specifically one way or the other. Anybody would feel like this. The imposter syndrome through the roof, guys. Again, not fishing. You guys don't need to give me compliments and things like that. It's fine. It's fine. I know that you guys see the value in it, and that's enough for me. But it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know? So it's still something to get used to, is my point. If you can get used to something like that. I mean, there are some people who have like thousands and thousands of patrons and things like that. So it's obviously something that people do get used to, but I don't know that I necessarily want to get used to it, right? Like, I feel like, yeah, see, now you've gone the other way too far. Now you've gone the other way too far. No, I don't want to be insulted either. No, don't. No, I'm begging you not to. No, I don't need compliments. You should compliment each other. You should compliment each other because at least in some way I get for what I do, I get everything for what I do. There are eyeballs on me. There's support, emotional, financial, viewership, all of these things. I get all of these things. A lot of you guys don't get a fraction of that, and you do a lot of work in the Discord here, showing up. You should compliment each other because that's the stuff that keeps things rolling, you know? I won't be here otherwise. You certainly can. You certainly can. I'll sign them and I'll send them to you. If I'll do a competition, I'll sign them and I'll send them to you for when I eventually replace them with nicer curtains. With ones that actually keep the heat in during the winter. Okay, fine. No, okay. I guess I'll keep them. Or did I say no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I lied. Yeah, I'll draw a big Momo on them. I'll draw a big Momo on one and a big Okrun on the other. No, sorry. No. Janny said please don't. Janny said please don't. So sorry guys, that's not happening anymore. That was Janny's idea. There's no takey backsies on that, I'm afraid. Sorry guys. My hands are tied. I was really wanting to do that. You know, I really wanted to do that for you, but Jenny said no, and she kind of runs things around here unofficially. So my hands are tied. So, like, if you've got any problems with that, I guess I don't want to be that one. I don't want to be that guy. Direct them towards her, I would probably say. Hands are tied. You know. Note this down. It's not. No, I'm not gas lamping anyone, man. Right. Rightio. Here we are. Right. So we've got 3 more episodes to go over. 3 more episodes to go over. And then we're on the season 2 stuff. No. 4 more episodes to go over because of this one. Because episode 12 is still there. Although I do feel like this is a pretty solid F+ tier, to be honest. F+, would it be F+ or F-? Is that right? Right? Not quite, Tarantado. Not quite. Just I am in no place to make choice. Yeah, F-. I think that makes more sense. F-. That's double bad. Oh, did I do that to annoy Max? That does sound about right. Thanks for that, Blissy. Thanks for that, Blissy. I appreciate you reminding me. Yeah, okay. That is annoying, actually, because it annoyed me when I saw it. Oh, that annoys me a little bit as well. Do you actually write things down? I thought that was a bit. Oh my god. I didn't even know. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see that. I can't believe you actually write the notes down. Okay, yeah, fuck, that's cool. I like the sound of that. Can we get an end of season 2? Can we get an end of season 2 Janny's notes, please, in the Discord? Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. Oh, here we are. Yep. Okay. Right. Episode 9. This is going to be one that I think is perhaps a little bit of a contentious topic. Here we go. I guess. What are we all thinking for episode 9? Otherwise known as Snot Filter Deluxe. Yeah. Toaster, exactly. I mean, it does have a lot of good in it. We only have space for 2 S tiers, I'm afraid, and 2 A tiers. It's not going to stay in A tier, I'm afraid. I'm thinking B tier. Frankly, I'm a bit worried for the state of a lot of these existing ones, because season 2 had banger after banger after banger, right? A lot of shit's going to get pushed down. Frankly, I think episode 1 is going to get pushed down to C, inevitably. I feel. I thought that this was one of your favorite episodes, Toaster. I thought this was like your favorite, like one of your favorite episodes. Because of the snot filter, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to get pushed down to C eventually. Because look, I mean, the episodes in season 2 are pretty sick. They're pretty good. Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a good episode. It's probably a B tier. No. Yeah, it's probably a B tier. You know? Like, yeah, episode 1 seems to be very contentious among people. It seems to divide people quite a lot. You know? I really like episode 1, man. That's how love starts, you know? You know? Episode 8 could go in F. Oh, I don't know if I put it in F tier. I like episode 8. I mean, we are going to have to pick 2 F tiers, to be fair. Right? Like, oh, it does feel wrong to put something in F tier, doesn't it? Okay, right. Let's do this poll. Higher A, B, lower. Cool. This is definitely a tough one. You know? I mean, I think episode 1 is going to get pushed to C tier inevitably. And I'm okay with that. Just because of the fact that season 2 has so many fucking good episodes in it. I'm trying not to let recency bias cloud my decision making. But it's hard not to hold season 2 in very high regard. Like, in very high regard. Season 2 has just been banger after banger. The only one for me that maybe isn't up there is the Tulpa fight episode. I could see that being like a D rank. Not that it doesn't have good moments in it, it's just it didn't really hit. Everything before and after that episode, it's very good. Like, maybe the first episode of season 2 is a bit kind of like so-so, right? Like, maybe that's the case. Yeah, that's the thing, Toaster, isn't it? Like season 2 has been like amazing. It's been immaculate as far as I'm concerned. This has been a fucking superb season. Almost a perfect season. Perfect. Even like this is the thing though, right? Like if every episode is as good as the last, nothing stands out quite as much. I'm okay with a couple of episodes being that's fine, that's good, right? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of hype in here. I mean, it's like the if you look at the episode 16. If you look at episode 16, it feels like that is kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of a mixed bag. You know? Like, it has some of the highest highs. Like Momo running for Okurun. But also, like, I feel like the fact that the bit where Seiko is being descended goes on so long really messes with the pacing of that episode. I don't really care that much for the fights between them in the before Seiko shows up. I don't really care that much for it, but you know, it's definitely difficult. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely because of commercials for sure. Like, it's the advertisements in Japan for the broadcast version. I completely agree with you, Toaster, but unfortunately, if you think about the episode, it's just a back-to-back of the same thing twice. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, this specifically is the worst thing capitalism has ever done. This specifically is the only thing that it's ever done that is awful. No, Orbis, I agree with you. That is like a bit of a small kind of almost a nitpick, I'd argue. But when we are choosing between excellent episodes, which goes ahead of whichever, we've got to nitpick. Like, we've got to nitpick to get through that, because it's absolutely necessary to nitpick at a certain point. You know, it's the only way that we're going to get through this, right? Episode 11 thumbnail is spicy. All right, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it. Thanks, appreciate that. It's a bit spicy, you know. Yeah. I mean, episode 16 for me, it's the finale of it. Has to bump it up to like like at least like a I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, right? Like the finale of that is so good that it's hard to not put it in a higher rank. At rank 11, pretty low. 11. Well, again, for me, 11's a difficult one. 11's a very difficult one for me because it kind of has such a revelation moment in it that it's hard not to connect with it. Okurun making that decision to not give up has such strength to me, as such powerful kind of thing, that it's hard not to you know what I mean? Like it's hard not to feel very involved. I don't know. I mean, but there is a lot of it that is just chasing after Taru, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say that 11 is just in between arcs. I mean, the stuff in the garbage pile is really important. Like the episode itself is kind of like so outside of that, but that bit is really important. Like that's a massive moment, a turning point for Okurun's character. Like the first major turning point, because he decides in that moment to pursue it. You know, like every other moment in his life, he's acquiesced, and then in this moment, he decides that all of his insecurities mean little in the face of giving up on somebody that he clearly cares about, that he's clearly in love with, and he decides and figures out that is what he feels. So it's like, to me, that's such an important moment. But that doesn't mean that the whole episode gets rewritten because of that moment, right? Like, in the same way that episode 16, to me, that final moment is so important for the exact same reasons as episode 11's final moment is so important. But that doesn't necessarily rewrite the whole episode. It just means that the high is a super fucking high. But we're not talking about episode 11 right now. We're talking about episode 9. And it looks like we're getting a B rank for it. And I accept a B rank for it. Yeah, this is another thing as well. Episode 10 has the cow abduction. And it has the nurse's office moment. Two absolutely core Dandadan moments. Right? Those are some of the most signature moments. But the episode itself, not really that much happens. Gigi's introduced partially, momentarily. Yeah, I mean, I suppose C. Yeah. Like the I don't know. Like it feels like those are pretty important moments. You know, I personally, I'm thinking that episode 6 is going to end up dropped to a D. You know, I'm thinking episode 6 is probably going to get dropped down to a D. Episode 1 is going to get dropped to a C. You know? Yeah. I just you know what I mean? Like I could also personally an F, 10, an F No, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. I'm sorry, but that's crazy. I cannot commit to that. I cannot commit to that. Have you seen how many times I used them staring at each other in the videos? Oh my god. I'll tell you what could be an F. 8. 8 could be an F. Easy. 8 could easily be an F, in my opinion. I think that the animation cuts corners in 8. You know, it feels like the animation cuts corners in 8. Yeah, it has the nurse's office in it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to ignore that. How can you ignore that moment? You know? Well, we'll get back to redoing some of these episodes. Episode 8 is where Momo sees Ida and Okurun behind the school. I personally think that it's kind of like that is an in-between episode, right? I mean, it's kind of like it's not bad. Like, by all means, it's not a bad episode. None of these are bad episodes, but they can't all be high in the rankings, can they? Because that's not fair. I think this could be an F. Yeah, Roman tongue swords. I mean, what else is in there really that's iconic? Ida transforms for the first time, I guess. That's kind of it, isn't it? Right? Nah, I think I'm going to make an executive decision. I mean, I don't skip any of them. But I'm making an executive decision. I'm dropping 8 to F. There you go. I don't care if you get... I made an executive decision, alright? So take that. What do you think? What do you think? Not bad, eh? Not bad, eh? Good. Don't argue with it, guys. It's just not... No, it's not bad. Like I said before, though, guys, none of the episodes are, in my opinion, bad, right? None of the episodes are bad. This is a purely Rookocracy. No, this is purely a relative scale, right? This is a relative scale. Season 2, yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we could drop this down to a D as well. I'm gonna do it. Right, I'll compromise with you guys. All right. If I drop 6 to a D, I will allow a revote. On episode 1. What do you think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I am not a hater. How dare you? I love Ida. All right. No, then you're happy. Then you're happy. Right. Okay, right. There we go. Right. There you go. Yeah, see, I really like episode 1 as well. 1 being a B was a compromise. But I will allow a revote on B if I can drop 6 to a D. So, there you go. Come on, guys. Work with me. Come on, guys. %60 on yes. Oof. I'm just gonna split the vote between B and C. God damn! Look at you guys. Look at you guys vote. 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 Come on, guys. Vote harder. There's only 11 of you. Tut tut tut. Very important to be part of this process, guys. Okay, I'll add D in there. I'll add D in there. I respect that, Toaster. But also, you're letting people vote for you. Okay, when it hits 3 minutes. When it hits 3 minutes on the vote. Look at you. Look at you guys. Look at you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's how Ida talks, you know. That's how Ida talks. I'm like the leader, aren't I? Oh my god. She has that vocal fry. Oh my freaking god. Oh yeah, 3 minutes? No. Come on, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 3 minutes. Look at you guys. 19 votes. That's really good. Okay, looks like we're revoting. Looks like we're revoting on episode 1. Episode 1. And then an honorary mention for D. Honorary mention for D. Look, support. This was the agreement. This was the agreement I struck with chat. This is the agreement I struck with chatters. Come on, guys. Everybody seems to hate episode 1. Where are my bees at? Where are my bees at? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, look at them. Look at them. So cute, man. What the hell? What the hell? Look at these guys. Okay. The gang. Cute, huh? Oh my god, guys. Look at you. Oh man, I got what I wanted. That's how love starts, you know? Yeah, exactly, Janny. Exactly, Janny. This is kind of worked out entirely in my favor because this was my ideal outcome. Big fan. Big fan of your work, guys. Guys, big fan of your work. God damn. Look at the clever clogs over here. You're all so smart. Oh my god, guys. You're all so smart. If you think about it, guys, by the way, guys, if you think about it, this is your own fault for being so aggressively against the episode, because if you guys were like C would be good, then I wouldn't have had to have included D, but as it stands, we've had to include D, and so you've split the vote for lower. That's what it is. You've split the vote between lower. So, sucks to suck, guys. You played yourself. You played yourself. Sorry, guys. That's true, Toaster. That's true, but, you know. Get to 3 minutes. When we get to 3 minutes, guys, we'll call it. We'll call it. No! No takesy backsies. No takesy backsies. No takesy backsies. You can't. It's mine now. No, you can't. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. Back in the envelope and send it back is really funny. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Okay. Okay, this is the lay of the land. Anybody got more complaints before we move onward? What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah, but episode 1 has some excellent bits in it. Episode 1 has some really good bits in it, and it's beautifully animated. You know? Yes, I do. Okay, what is it, Blissy? Come on. Come on, throw it out there. Is this episode 2's too low? Is that what it is? No, you don't drop to C. You can't blame me on me. You can't pressure me. No, you can't. You can't exchange gifts to each other. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. I need to pad out the shelf, guys. The shelf needs padding out. Think about the shelf. Oh, is she actually? Is it cool? Is it really cool? No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Look, we can... Look, guys. How about this? It remains there for now. Okay? We'll probably come back to this discussion later on. We're probably going to come back to this discussion later on, okay? Let's just kind of like... Let's just calm down. Let's just calm down, alright? Let's just calm the hell down. Everybody just... Let's just chill. Let's lower the temperature a little. And just calm down. Alright? Okay, let's all relax, man. Look at me, I'm relaxed, I'm chill. I'm just really chilled out, like whatever, you know, like cool. We're good. We're good. Guys, we good? Episode 10. Let's talk episode 10. Let's talk episode 10. So, guys. Episode 10. What do you think? Where do you think it goes on the list? What do you think? How quickly they turn. How quickly they turn. You want to recap it, right? Okay, so starts off in the nurse's office. Just after everybody was found half naked in the hallway. They start off, Queen Sensei is introduced, and they go over the potential for the aliens to be kept at bay by the yokai. And then Ida leaves, and Momo and Okurun have their moment where they look at each other longingly in the nurse's office. Miko and Muko break in and they're like, what the hell happened? They do their little investigation thing. And then Ida makes a big girl choice. Not to lie about Momo. A very big character moment for Ida. So we get a big Momokuru moment. A big character moment for Ida. And then we've got the cow abduction scene. And the introduction of Peeny Weenie and his backstory. I could not. Right, okay. I feel like look at that. That's sad. That's sad. I feel like you want to put it in F tier because I like the cow abduction scene. That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is, isn't it? And then obviously Gigi is introduced. Gigi is introduced. Oof, we got a lot of D's, a lot of D choices in the chat. I mean, we've got a lot of C spaces. You know, we got a lot of spaces in C. I don't think I could put it in B because I feel like not that much happens, but the fact that they have that moment, the look, is to me a C moment at least. Like, I feel like that's a C thing, right? Again, these aren't permanent positions, right? But I guess we're voting. You know, I've tried lobbying for it, but yeah, no, I actually do understand what you mean by that. But see, it's an A tier, maybe an S tier moment in what is ostensibly a D tier episode. But the question is, does that boost it? I mean, that is a really important moment, I feel. Yeah, no, yeah, but those are part of the episodes, though. Like, I don't know. I mean, episode 5 is... We've got that at S tier, right? It's like, that's all... I don't know. We'll see. Vote. Oof. Right, it looks like D. People are leaning towards D. Well, those moments are in episodes, and because it's such a major draw of the show, I feel like that has double the weight of any other scene, right? Okay, I hear you. I'm not saying it has to be a C. I'm just saying that those, you can't say that they aren't the moments that hit the hardest. Otherwise, this episode 5 wouldn't be as high as it is, because that is just one big Momo no Kuruin episode, right? You know? But hey, whatever. I mean, like, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like this is the clear and obvious F+ episode, right? Like, I feel like this is the obvious F+ episode. Okay, it looks like D is what's gonna win here, and I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine with this episode being a D, because honestly, a lot of these episodes are probably gonna have to get dropped anyway, just based on the fact that season 2 has so many excellent episodes that are undeniably higher than D, right? Who's the GG's dad of this tier list? Yeah. I don't think that even F+ is low enough for Gigi's dad. F++, perhaps. Right. Okay, D rank it is, guys. Okay. I think the last two, 11 and 12, are going to be decided upon next week for the finale. And then the week after that, when we do our roundup of the season, we can go through the rest of the the rest of these. I'll add in all the season 2 stuff, and then we can just all in one go through the season 2 stuff. Maybe we'll extend that over another week. Who knows? But okay, so where are we? I mean, episode 12 is going to go to F+. I think that episode 11 is more than worthy of being higher than an F tier, in my opinion. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. It's probably more of a D tier, if I'm honest. Yeah. I would definitely appreciate you finishing your episode 7 bit, for sure. Episode 7 is a piece of wonderful art. Episode 7 is amazing. It genuinely is amazing. In a lot of ways, it transcends episode Dandadan in its own way, right? It becomes something completely different to Dandadan, because of how poignant it is and very dark. But yeah, I would like to see your essay. Episode 12 is like kind of like, I mean, obviously the cliffhanger at the end is do you actually have that in your write-up? That's crazy. Why isn't it S+ then? It's not. I feel like this list is very much like, for me, it's a list that is looking at the episodes of Dandadan as the best episodes of Dandadan. And I think that whatever is an S+ should be a shining example of everything in there that is an exemplar of what Dandadan is. And I do think that is a very high kind of like thing in there. Because you put Gigi's dad up there. No. Gigi's dad is trash. I hate that guy. He put the pillar back. He put the fucking pillar back. God damn it. I'm fine. Episode 20. Episode 20 is the... Which one is that? Is that the opera one? The Tulpa one? I mean, I prefer episode 20 over episode 12. I mean... Yeah. No, Toaster, I agree with you. Look, for the record, I'm not saying that the episode 7 is not Dandadan. I'm not saying that is the case. I did a whole video on. I've done multiple videos on the yokai. I think they are incredibly in touch with the social issues and the damage that the status quo does and has on those who exist outside of the who aren't the beneficiaries of these systems that exist to enrich and benefit those who do fit in. And in a lot of ways, that is a reflection precisely of the main cast, is they also are not exemplars of the status quo, and by not being part of that, they've suffered either through repressing themselves to fit themselves into a particular role so that they're more palatable, or existing as people who do benefit from the status quo are able to bully, which is very much in touch with the yokai. Like episode 7 is at least an S, and a good argument for putting it in S+ exists. I have no problem with that. But the I personally think that there are other things that could suit better, right? Like, on reflection of season 2, we will decide. Yeah. I look forward to reading your piece, though, Toaster, for sure. You know, like the You know, doing the episode 12 was the last episode of the season 1. I thought it was a pretty bad end point for a season, but again, it's like, you know, it's yeah. I mean, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Like we'll get to that next week. But I mean, just as a kind of like generally, just as generally a marker for me, of how much each moment really hits, is how I feel when I'm writing about them, talking about them. I think that episode 12 is only up in S+ to piss people off. Don't worry about it. Like, writing about it and recording the content at the end of the season 1 retold, for me, was a very emotional experience. In the same way that writing about the Evil Eye in the Evil Eye video that I did was also a very emotional experience. I feel immensely impacted by those stories specifically. Like it really does trigger something in me to feel particularly expressive towards it, and that's why I put the extra time in to make sure that all of those little nuances, to the best of my ability, are transferred when I'm talking about it. And I hope that that's clear in the Evil Eye video, and I hope that that's clear in the when I talk about Acro Silky in the season 1 video, the retold, because that to me was like, the end of the season 1 retold, that bit with Acro Silky is one of the most powerful and painful things that I've written and had to record. And I hope that those nuances come through in the performance, because it's I mean, it's not an easy thing to write about, and then also to kind of, because you have to put yourself into a particular headspace to be able to really carry those nuances through to the script, so that you guys can hear it, because you can't see me, you can't see how I feel about it. It's all in the audio, so you've got to make it very clear, and because of that, you've got to get really in touch with how you actually feel about it. Yeah, the Evil Eye video, I tried my best to kind of draw on contemporary sources of unheard suffering, in order to put myself into a particular mind frame about things. And I think that if you go into it with a specific mindset, right, of well, I mean, anything, look at the fucking news, yeah, and you can see where it is that I'm trying to come from, in my own small, limited scope. And to me, that is massively important, and the struggle of the yokai is massively important, and it's something that I really appreciate Dandadan candidly approaching and talking about, because it doesn't need to hit as hard as it does. They make a decision. They make a decision to do it, and to me, it is something that's at the heart of Dandadan as a concept. And episode 7 does that so well, like so well, more well than it necessarily needs to, right? But yeah, we'll see where we go. Yeah, I'm glad that I succeeded in putting that there, because it is annoying that it's up there, isn't it? It is very annoying up there. And I understand that you haven't watched the season 1 retold in a minute. It's very long. I mean, in a lot of ways, I feel like the season 1 retold is probably something that I would have done differently now if I was to redo it. But it's a hindsight thing, isn't it? Like, it's but that's like neither here nor there. I mean, everybody, like, it's when you've done something or you've made a piece of content, when you've done a piece of content, it's hard not to look at it and think about the ways that you would have done it differently. Yeah, I mean, the length of it is not a problem to me. I don't mind putting out content that's nearly 2 hours long. I mean, the Space Globalist stuff is going to be hours and hours long. It's probably going to be like 3, maybe 4 hours long, really, depending on how in-depth I'm able to get with it. It's not that. It's not the length of it. It's, well, it's a few things, but that's for me. That's for me. And maybe Mount Olympus to find out. You know, it's yeah, no, Toaster. I mean, it's you pour, like, even doing something as seemingly innocuous as something like a an emo, right? It's an expression. It's a form of expression in some capacity. I don't know. Everybody has different definitions of what you could consider to be art, but you know, we all express ourselves in different ways. And if that's an expression of I'm trying to do something funny, I'm trying to do something silly, and the way to do that is through emotes that will be used in the community, it makes sense to want to get that right. And I appreciate the fact that you have that kind of like care over something as innocuous, seemingly, as the emotes in the Discord community. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord, guys. Best place on the internet for Dandadan. But it's yeah. I mean, when you've got content that's hours and hours long, is destined to have some stuff in there that you'd want to change, right? Like for me even the Okarun video, which is my favorite. The Okarun video is my probably the piece of content I'm the proudest of. Even that I would change in a heartbeat if I could just redo a couple of pieces in it, because you watch it and it's like, you know that there are things that you could improve or do better. So the opportunity to do a do-over of it is really appealing. But this is the thing, like we were saying earlier in the stream, guys, it is in those imperfections that perfection is found, or at least satisfaction. Because the reality is that you can't hit that perfect thing in heaven. Hi Kepler. By the way, guys, Kepler there does some pretty neato burrito Dandadan content. So congratulations and thanks for stopping by, dude. Does some pretty neat stuff, you know. Pumps them out quickly too, by the way. Pumps them out very quickly. I don't know how you manage it. It takes me fucking weeks. It takes me weeks to do it. Like, the fastest that I've done something was the moment that Momo Ayase fell in love. That is the quickest that I've put out a piece of content, and that was still at least 3 days. You know, like, that was something. That was something, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's everybody does stuff at their own pace, and like I said, it's not something that you can just perfect, right? And you can't just go back and back and back and keep redoing stuff, because then you just never create anything new. You know, you just got to keep moving, which is difficult. Ideas come in the bath. Yeah, for real. That's for real. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Yeah. For me, my best ideas come at a time where I can do nothing with them. You know, like, fucking awful. It's awful. But that's just how it is, isn't it? But yeah, cool. I mean, it is what it is, right? But yeah, if you're interested in joining the Discord, by the way, Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to my Discord link. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. Or so they tell me. I don't say that. Other people say that to me all the time. You know, at the queue. Yeah, at the queue at the post office. Yeah. That's it. By the time that you get to the end of the line as well, the inspiration is gone. It's absolutely gone. You know, it's I'm glad that it's true. I'm glad that you think it's true. All right, Yuri, catch you, dude. Thanks for joining. Right, so that's our list currently. So we don't need that up anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah, it's good. You know, like, I'm glad that that they're doing such a good job with Kinta as well. I'm glad they're doing such a good job with Kinta in the anime, honestly. You know. Yeah, I know. Jenny's. I'm really excited to see Jenny's notes. Very excited to see Jenny's notes, honestly. That's crazy that you actually have notes is wild to me. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh, they're gonna be proper unhinged though. I don't even remember, like, I don't even remember half of the stuff that I say. Like I'll see, like, typically support will post like one of the clips from the streams, and I'll just be like, did I say that? Did I say that? No, it's okay. No, it's all right. You can be here or you can not. No, it's gonna be great, Jenny. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Share all of the notes. Honestly, embarrassment is overrated, man. It's overfelt. Embarrassment is overfelt. You know? Sometimes you just have to let go of the cringe, or the cringe will control you. I don't know how she has the React clips on tap, right? You can just conjure them perfectly, because I don't remember half the stuff that I say. This is probably a clip. As far, like, who knows? Who knows? Anything could be a clip. You could be a clip. I could be a clip. Who isn't a clip? Makes you think. Makes you think, huh? But yeah. You know, it's funny because I remember when we first started with, like, the cringes in the eye of the cringer. Oh my lord, that's next level stuff. No, that's next level stuff. That's wild. That's crazy, dude. That is a... Oh, man. He's earned it. Pop that on the fridge. Pop that one on the fridge. Big cringer is so bad. It's such a bad proverb. Yeah, the eat Momokuru shit post. Fucking cursed. I was gonna say that we it used to be that we'd be like, oh, 3 hours. This is now the longest stream we've done, kind of thing. But now it's like all the streams are typically between 2.5 and 3 hours. You know, like, I think I've gotten better at keeping you all entertained and knowing what it is that keeps you guys entertained. Remember when we used to do Google searches? That was the point we used to be at, by the way. Right? Is that we used to do fucking Google searches. because I ran out of things to talk about. It's fucking so fucked, man. The Daizuken, 3.5 hours. Have we ever hit 4 hours? Have we ever hit the 4 hours? Yeah, I know. It's a good job it's a Friday. So Repo, 4 hours. The trailer and chapter discussion was nearly 4 hours. 5 hours for Persona 5, but I don't count the gaming ones. Finally back. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the thing is. Oh my god, I forgot I did a post premiere stream of the Okurun analysis. You know? So the longest stream that we've done, that was not a gaming stream, would be the chapter 195 and the new trailer, which came out at the same time. Yeah. So it would have been the thing. Yeah, the Mothman thing became a whole thing though. So, you know, I can't really fault that period of time now I think about it, you know. But some of the old, like, I remember I went through the bonus chapters once. Do you remember that, guys? Just after the Kazuka Knives Part 3, I did a Saturday stream. That was my first weekend stream. And that was the bonus chapters, which there are more of now. So perhaps it's worth revisiting on the next hiatus. You know? But yeah, I mean, it's pretty neat. Oh, I'm gonna miss the Thursday stream, the episode stream. Oh yeah, and then I no, don't van point. Yeah, and then I doubled up on the screen the butt, didn't I? Yeah. Well. Anyway, guys, right. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream now. Before I do that, little update. I'm going to be writing something over the weekend. I don't know how quickly I can get it put together. Being unwell has definitely slowed down my output a little. Ideally, it's a topic that I'm fairly familiar with, and I've had a lot of time to think about it. It would be nice to get it out for next week, the weekend. We'll see. It would be really nice to get it out for the weekend, but like I said, we'll see. It's hard to tell what's gonna hit and what isn't. I mean, it's always difficult. And then after that, it'll probably be a little while before I put anything out. I'm gonna be honest with you. While I work on probably the Space Globalist Retold. Nachos. Good nachos. But yeah. Anyway, cool. Right. So, I'm gonna be working on that, and then obviously we'll have one more episode next week, and then the week after that we'll do a roundup of the season, and then after that, guys, I've got some pretty good ideas for what I'm gonna do with this slot going forward. And I'm probably going to, maybe after the season roundup, I'm thinking about just permanently moving it to a Friday, rather than having it on a Thursday. Makes me a little bit more flexible. But I've also got a couple of different things that I want to do with that slot. And I'm also, yeah, I mean, I'm in the process of figuring out something pretty cool for that as well. I imagine that will get sorted or in motion by the time that this slot is repurposed for something else, which I'm excited to do and to work on with you guys. I just need to do a little bit of work figuring it all out, and also I've got some groundwork to lay with other people to see what I can do with it. But that means that things move slower because I can't just do it myself. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, cool. Right, in that case, I'll see you guys Monday for the next chapter stream. And then I'll also keep everybody updated on everything that's happening on the channel. Mount Olympus, people, I've got some stuff I want to do with you guys as well on one of the weekends. Not next week, maybe the week after that. Something I want to work on and should take you guys through. But I will discuss that on the mountain, which is where all of the people with the two highest tiers, the Dandadan tier and the Yokai Power User tier, congregate for the elite going-ons in the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord, guys. Best place on the internet for Dandadan. Right, guys. Okay, I'm leaving now.